27 angels in this constellation that came to me. And when I meet you at the day of the resurrection, you'll see that I lie not. God, my judge.
In 1962, William Branham claimed he had a vision of a blast and he saw an angelic constellation in form of a pyramid. Was that vision in any way connected to the mysterious cloud that appeared in the sky in Tucson, Arizona in 1963? He declared that the mysterious cloud was the Almighty God, the creator of heaven and earth. Did the world miss the coming of Jesus Christ? If that's the case, we are obligated to know what really happened on February the 28th, 1963. What is the background? What did the eyewitnesses say about it?
I didn't see nothing.
I never dreamed about the pyramid.
So he wasn't there on February 28th.
If William Branham wasn't in Arizona on February the 28th, 1963, then where was he on that particular day? If you are wondering what really transpired, then you do not want to miss this presentation, which we titled, The Road to Sunset. When the article, The Road to Sunset, was published in the Only Believe magazine by Rebecca Smith, William Branham's daughter, it caused so much controversy among the followers of William Branham, because it unearthed information that was not previously known to the public concerning the mystery cloud of 1963. If every information was accurate as previously reported, why would it cause so much controversy? We are about to find out, in this in-depth study, of the sequence of events leading to Sunset Mountain. December the 23rd, 1962, Jeffersonville, Indiana. William Branham relates the vision of the blast for the first time to his congregation.
Now, I have had many things to happen in my life, but I never had anything like that. I went into a trance. I don't know the interpretation. I've never had anything like it in my life. But before me, it's seemingly that I realized that it was a vision and I was in the vision. But I was talking to my son Joseph, which he was not in the room at the time.
December the 30th, 1962, Jeffersonville, Indiana. 7 days later. He repeats the same vision, but this time it's somewhat altered, and you'll notice that Joseph is no longer in a different room, but rather in the same room beside him.
Now, it seemed like that my little son Joseph was by my side. I was talking to him. Now, if you'll watch the vision real close, you'll see why Joseph was standing there. And I looked, and there was a big bush. And on this bush, in a constellation of birds, little bitty birds, about a half-inch long and a half-inch high.
He goes on and on about the vision, but we don't want you to miss this. Listen.
I was picking a sand burr off of me from the desert. And I said, now, I know this is a vision, and I know that I'm at Tucson. And I know that them little birds there represent something. And they were watching eastward. And all of a sudden, they taken a notion to fly, and away they went eastward. And as soon as they left, a constellation of larger birds came. They looked like doves, sharp-pointed wings, kind of a gray color, a little lighter color than what these first little messengers was. And they were coming eastward swiftly. And no sooner than they got out of my sight, I turned again to look westward, and there it happened. There was a blast that actually shook the whole earth. Now, don't miss this. And you on tape, be sure you get this right. burst a blast. And I thought it sounded like a sound barrier, what you call it when planes cross the sound and the sound comes back to the earth. Just shook like roared everything. Then it could have been a great clap of thunder, lightning. I didn't see the lightning. I just heard that great blast that went forth that sounded like it was south from towards Mexico. But it shook the earth. And when it did, I was still looking westward and way off into eternity. I saw a constellation of something coming. It looked like that it might have been little dots. There could have been no less than 5 and not more than 7. But they were in the shape of a pyramid, like these messengers coming.
He said the people on the tapes should get it right. That is what we are going to do. We are going to tell the truth. He said he heard a blast first. What was the meaning of the blast?
And when it did, I was caught up into this pyramid of constellations. And I thought, now, this is it. I was numbed all over. And I said, oh my, this means that there will be a blast that will kill me. I'm at the end of my road now. I mustn't tell my people when this vision leaves. I don't want them to know about it. But the Heavenly Father has let me know now that my time is finished. I won't tell my family so they'll worry about me. Because He's fixing to go and these angels has come for me. And I'll be killed pretty soon now in some kind of an explosion. Then it came to me while I was in this constellation. No, that isn't it. If it would have killed you, it would have killed Joseph. And I could hear Joseph calling.
William Branham emphasized time and time again that the vision should happen exactly as it is given. He taught that a vision is thus saith the Lord. In the vision of the blast, he only saw 2 people in the vision. That meant only 2 people would be part of the vision. That would be William Branham and his son Joseph. Can we hold William Branham to his word? There is no mention of the cloud at all in the vision. Will this vision happen without missing details or added information? Let's wait and see. Now let's talk about the angels. How many were there in the constellation?
Or is it this? It's these 7 angels in this constellation that came to me. And when I meet you at the day of the resurrection, you'll see that I lie not. God, my judge.
To emphasize that he saw 7 angels, and that he was telling the truth. Reverend Branham said God is his judge. If that is the absolute truth, let me ask you, how do you reconcile that statement with the following quotes?
It looked like in the form of a pyramid, like 2 on each side with 1 at the top, came 5 of the mightiest angels I ever seen in my life.
Listen, as he makes it clear that there were 5 angels in the vision, and he even said 5 means grace.
They were around me, I couldn't see them, but I've been brought into this constellation of a pyramid of them. Inside this constellation of angels, of 5. And I thought death angel would be 1, 5 would be grace.
Did you know that he actually drew the 5 angels that he saw on the board? Listen as he counts them one by one.
And they would look like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1 right at the top, making 5.
Let me reiterate. He said he saw 2 angels on the sides, and 1 at the top, making 5. Now listen carefully to the following quote. Don't miss it.
The mighty thunder of the 7th angel in the 7 constellation, 7 period constellation, their pyramid made in a form, 3 on a side and 1 on top, and they dropped from eternity.
I'm sure you heard that. The vision which he claimed was from God. How can it change from 2 angels on each side, with one at the top making 5, to 3 angels on each side, with one at the top making 7? Here is the question. Which part of the vision should we believe? Reverend Lee Vale, in his book called The 20th Century Prophet, he reveals that he met with William Branham on the 26th of December 1962. That was before Reverend Branham preached the sermon entitled, "Is This the Sign of the End, Sir?" Reverend Lee Vale wrote in his book, having discussed this peculiar vision with the author on December 26th, "We felt, knowing this wonderful prophet of God, that the angels who came with a voice of thunder were sent from God as a token that he would know what was in the 10th chapter of Revelation concerning the 7 thunders that John heard but did not write. This was a supposition, no one knew for sure what it meant. As you heard, no one knew for sure what it meant." After this suggestion from Reverend Lee Vale, William Branham started to connect his vision to the 10th chapter of Revelation. Though Revelation 10 speaks of the angel coming down clothed in a cloud, William Branham clearly does not mention the cloud as being part of the vision. Look it up. The cloud had nothing to do with the vision at all. Revelation 10 was only mentioned as a possible connection to 7 thunders. Even if you believe the vision of the blast is connected to the 7 thunders, the connection between the 2 is still problematic. Why do we say so? He only heard 1 blast, not 7. And he only saw 5 angels, not 7. William Branham realized 5 angels did not line up with the 7 thunders, 7 seals, 7 churches, 7 messengers. To make it fit, he had to revise and rearrange the vision from 5 angels to 7 angels. How can anyone justify the fact that he changed the vision which he claimed was "Thus saith the Lord"? That is shocking. We know some will say the blast happened so fast that he couldn't really count how many angels were in the constellation. Then why would he draw on the board and emphasize that he saw 5 angels, which meant grace? And remember, the vision changed from 5 to 7 angels within 7 days. Please do not say it's progressive revelation. Let's move on.
Now you remember when that was told there, the angels and the church ages, and now in this, it'll dovetail right into these 7 seals that we're coming to speak. And the 7 seals that we're trying to speak of when they come this time is the 7 written seals. And these 7 seals, as you know, is just the manifestation of the 7 angels of the 7 churches. But there are 7 other seals that's on the back side of the book. It's outside the Bible.
Outside the Bible? Yes, you heard that right. That is not surprising because of the birds, the blast, and the constellation of angels in form of pyramids. Almost everything we've been hearing about the vision. Let us be honest, it is not biblical at all. You will see that he'll try to get scriptures out of context to make it sound as if the visions were biblical, when in reality they were not. These are not just simple mistakes of a man. You will see why in the next segment, which deals with his move to Arizona.
I'll be leaving in the next 2 or 3 days, Wednesday morning, for Tucson.
What exactly happened there in the year 1963? We will find out from his own words, and the testimonies of the eyewitnesses of this phenomenon. We will end this segment with the words of the Apostle Paul. Let these words find a resting place in your hearts. And I, brethren, when I came to you, did not come with excellence of speech or of wisdom, declaring to you the testimony of God. For I determined not to know anything among you except Jesus Christ and Him crucified. Knowing Christ, above everything else, it is the greatest thing. God bless you. Next. The move to Tucson.